Deep in the mountains of Fortune Island, a storm is brewing, and that storm goes by one name: the 2019 Lamborghini Urus, with a whopping 650 horsepower monster that will fight its way to 190 miles per hour. But is it any good? This isn't the first SUV that Lamborghini has made. Originally designed for a US military contract, the Lamborghini LM002 in the 1980s was the first robust and agile SUV made by Lamborghini, with a tough looking squared shape and the engine taken directly from a Countach. It was truly a monster to be reckoned with. So when Lamborghini announced the new Urus, they had quite a challenge on their hands. They wanted to create a luxury SUV which could stand up to the fighting power of the original LM002. And of course, because it's a Lamborghini, it has to be ludicrously outrageous. The first thing you notice about this car is the sound of the engine. It has this beefy, animalistic roar of an engine. It just feels like a lot of fun to drive around and listen to the engine. But even more surprising than that is how it handles. For a car which weighs as much as this, you wouldn't actually think it would handle this well. But it does. It handles extremely well, even around the sharpest corners and even in the most precarious situations. This car just seems to handle it just like a breeze of fresh air. Taking it up to the tallest peaks on Fortune Island or just around the beach, it does it all with this grace, which just turns a smile even on the bleakest of faces. The car comes in as a stock A-Class, which it does feel like it belongs in this bracket, but it can easily be upgraded to an S1 class to gain a bit of an edge, where this car excels in its off-road ability as an SUV, and I found in most situations it could outrun cars of a similar class. But how well does it do on the needle climb? And would it be able to outperform one of its neighbours? In Fortune Island, a set of windy tracks named the Needle Climb was added, which is one of the most windy asphalt roads in the game, and I felt this was a perfect testing ground to see how well the Lamborghini could do against another car inside its class. One of the closest competitors in the sports utility market is Porsche, with the Porsche Cayenne Turbo. But which one of these cars would be the fastest down the needle? Well, there was only one way to find out. Here we go in the Urus. Very nice start. And here we go in the Porsche. Listen to that engine. Very nice start as well from the Porsche, it seems. Amazing. Here we go. The Urus is very good at keeping a tight line, I find. Very nice sound from the engine too. Porsche just feels very smooth. It's like a flow of water. It's just very smooth, very, very precise. I really like this car. Urus is just like a dog which wants to be unleashed, and I'm just giving it everything, and it's just going around these corners. The Porsche is very smooth, very nice, very precise, it's very predictable, unlike the Urus, which is where I think it has the main advantage over the Urus. But there's just something amazing into these corners. It's very tight and it can do a very tight corner, which is very, very nice. It's also very quick, so I feel like the Porsche is slightly slower in terms of its speed, but it just feels nice. It's like a flow of water. It's very, very nice, and that's got its advantages. The Urus is very quick. I can go around these corners extremely quick, which is really, really good. Going right round really tight to the corners here, and I'm going to go really tight onto this corner, slight oversteer. The Porsche, I can get clean around that corner, cut the apex, see if I can hit this apex here. I slightly undercut it here, but it's okay, I can recover. Urus, very tight around here. It doesn't cut the corner, it's very precise around this corner, which is very, very nice. Porsche, I just feel like it needs a bit more power, but it's still very nice. A bit of drifting around here, I'm losing a bit of grip. The Urus is able to do this quite well, it's very, very good. And there we go, through the finish line. Come on, let's get through. There we go, through the finish line here. The results were close. On paper, both of these cars are rather equal, but the Porsche actually has the edge on paper. But who do you think won? Well, the Porsche Cayenne did it in 1 minute and 35 seconds, which is rather impressive. But the Lamborghini Urus did it in 1 minute and 31 seconds, which means the Lambo was 4 seconds quicker than the Porsche. The Lamborghini has a PI rating of 795 and the Porsche has a PI rating of 769, which means the Porsche has a slightly higher PI rating, but the Lamborghini both has better speed and handling, which was very clear from this test. So the Lambo is very quick, great handling, and a great off-road car. It really feels like a Lamborghini, and even though it's a big departure from the hypercars which Lamborghini usually make, I feel like it's a welcome addition to the Lamborghini family, and it's a great car in Forza Horizon 4. Overall, I would really recommend using this car and trying it out. It's a lot of fun, it's very fast to drive, and I think it's one of the best sports utility vehicles in this game.